Welcome back, guys, to Rider 19.1. As winter sets in and throws a spanner in the works, we'll be swapping out our motorcycle adventures for some cozy studio sessions with hot chocolate and tasty videos. But before we strap in, don't forget to wear your like button and lock your subscribe button so that you don't miss any brainless idiots doing dumb stuff and cool people winning. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So here's a crazy one. There's a motorbike rider who decided to become, the new world record holder for the amount of times you can get blitzed going past a speed trap. And he got blitzed 15 times. So it says here, record Strafe, which means record punishment. 22-year-old motorcyclist from Rüsselsheim gets a punishment of like 31 months ban for riding and a 17,000 euro fine. Because he thought that, the speed cameras don't really record the number plates from the front. I mean, this seems kind of weird to me because everybody knows that it doesn't matter if you're a car or a motorcycle, if you get blitzed, you're going to get charged. Doesn't matter. I don't know how they do it because you wouldn't think that, I don't have a number plate in the front, so how are they going to know? But I guess they're smarter than that, and they probably take another picture when you drive past the camera. So it's kind of weird if this guy lives in Germany and he doesn't know this. Maybe he did this on purpose, but I can't see anyone doing this on purpose because this is insane. It's just completely insane. He was riding in a 30 zone 61 kilometers per hour, and in a 50 zone 119, 123, and 126 kilometers per hour. I mean, this is just bonkers. Why would you do that? I mean, he's not even internet famous. I mean, there's no video of him or anything like that. So he didn't really do it for the clicks or for things like that. So it's really perplexing why somebody would do that. I mean, are you really that stupid? Yeah, this is a story I thought a lot of you guys might enjoy. Right, for this next clip, it's the German Autobahn again, famous for its speed and sometimes a whole lot of traffic jams. But look at this. Germans have a secret weapon for emergency situations. It's the Rettungsgasse, which is basically what I like to call the rescue lane. So when traffic stops and cars pull to the sides, creating a pathway for the emergency vehicles, it's like Moses parting the Red Sea, except with Audis and Volkswagens and maybe a camper van that took a second to catch on. Emergency vehicles need to get through fast, and the Rettungsgasse can save lives. So next time you're in a German traffic jam, remember to go right to right. So if you're in the right lane, you go right, and left to left. And then you're a hero in the making. So let's have a look at what's going on here, and then I'm going to tell you what happens when you are not being a hero and being an a-hole. And I'm going to tell you all the consequences of that in a second. But first, let's take a look at this clip. So here we go. That's a lot of traffic.
would be.
Right. Okay. So let's take a look at what happens when you're an a-hole and you happen to follow behind an emergency vehicle, or you kind of happen to either get in front of an emergency vehicle, or you block the emergency vehicle, or you're trying to ride behind and take advantage of the traffic situation. All right, here are the things. Following too closely or attempting to take advantage of the cleared path by tailing the emergency vehicles can result in a fine of 100 to 150 euros, 1 point on your driving record in the German point system, Flensburg points. Entering or driving on the emergency lane or the Rettungsgasse, created for emergency vehicles, is even more serious. A fine of up to 320 euros, 2 points on your driving record, and a 1-month driving suspension. And then third is blocking the path of emergency vehicles or not creating a clear path when required, are fines ranging from 200 to 300 euros and 2 points on your driving record, and a 1-month driving suspension. Now just remember, in Germany, if you don't have a car and you're not able to get around, and especially if you're in the villages or not directly in a city, things can get really tough. So you really don't want any driving suspensions. So that, my friends, is how stuff works here in Germany, and I really like it. On to the next clip. Next up, we're going to look at how the German police control the motorcyclists here with their loud exhausts.
And in Niedersachsen. Jörg Eisebit und sein Kollege Stefan Heinz von der Polizeikontrollgruppe Grat überprüfen die Lautstärke eines Motorrads.
Machen Sie das Motorrad mal bitte an.
Please start your motorcycle.
Darf also 99 dB bei 6500 Umdrehungen. Jetzt gucken wir mal.
99 dB, so 99 dB by 6,500 RPM. Let's look. So it's 103.4 dB.
Sie müssen wir mal richtig komplett messen.
So this means that we have to now measure it properly.
Ob sich der Fahrer strafbar gemacht hat, führt Stefan Heinz jetzt eine amtliche Standgeräuschmessung durch.
Now he's going to do
Also es ist jetzt nicht absolut
so now he's going to do what is legal or like what is allowed. So let's just see.
aber zu laut wird sie werden. Und jetzt machen wir so eine gerichtsverwertbare Messung. Da muss man den Aufbau also mit Messen und Winkel und sowas alles, wir sehen das gleich, damit das nachher vor Gericht Bestand hat, das Ganze.
Now he brings out all his tools and he's gonna measure it more accurately.
Ne, das geht. Schieben Sie es mal so hin, dass das Vorderrad hier steht. Ich erkläre Ihnen das auch gleich. Der Aufbau sieht also wie folgt aus. Wir stellen das vor ein Messgerät in einem Winkel von 45 Grad.
We're gonna put the measuring meter at exactly 45 degrees
Abgasöffnung auf.
from the tailpipe.
Ja, können wir zusammen machen. So, das ist die Abstrahlrichtung.
This is the Abstrahlrichtung means where the sound comes, like where it emanates from, the direction of emanation.
Das Messgerät muss 50 cm entfernt sein.
And it should be exactly 50 centimeters
Das ist
away.
ein externer Drehzahlmesser, der hier. Den klemmen
And over here we have an external RPM meter.
Ihr Motorrad an, weil
Because
Ihr Drehzahlmesser nicht so genau ist wie dieses Ding. Jetzt fangen
your RPM meter is not as exact as this RPM meter. Awesome.
die Messung erst an. Ne? Mal.
104,4. Also de facto ist der zu laut.
All right, so he says, well, it is a little bit loud, but
Wir haben halt diese 5 dBA Messtoleranz, die wir abziehen, weil wir uns ja hier in der Natur befinden und nicht unter Labor.
So we have like a 5 dB tolerance here in the open and stuff like that. So
Das ist so vorgesehen und somit ist es legal.
so
Der Fahrer
it's
muss
legal.
kein Bußgeld bezahlen.
So he doesn't need to pay a
Den
fine.
Polizisten
So I think the German police are pretty fair. I mean, I really don't see the point of really loud pipes. They say loud pipes save lives, but you know, I think what saves lives is defensive driving or defensive riding. And if you know how to defensive ride, well, that's about it. You don't need loud pipes to deafen you in your helmet for long rides, because you just lose your hearing and you irritate everybody on the road when you're riding past the house. And we actually have zones here where you have to drop down to 30 kilometers per hour only because of the sound. I mean, people that are living by the road are disturbed by constant like I mean, come on, you know. I mean, I used to like this stuff when I was like 16, 17 years old. But those days are gone. I mean, I think that we're not kids anymore, and I don't think we need to have this main character syndrome where everyone's like, hey, look at me, I've got nice loud pipes and my pipes are louder than yours, and it's just a menace to society, man. I appreciate the job that the police are doing. I really commend them, because the German police, even though they're very strict about their rules, if everything's in order on your motorcycle, they just let you go. They don't harass you, they don't harrow you. They're kind, they're respectful, and well, that's how it should be. So, you know, I like this. I like that people are controlled, things are controlled. You know, if they control your motorcycle and they make sure that certain things are, you know, the way they should be, like for example the tread on your tires and things like that, well, that helps the other riders out as well. So if you slip and fall, there's a chance that there's a rider behind you coming around the corner that doesn't see you, and his life is in danger because you fell, because you didn't look after your tires or you didn't do something. So I think coming from a country where there were no rules and you could just do whatever you wanted to do, and there was noise and chaos, and that just doesn't work because people don't know how to control themselves. So you need a certain amount of control, and I think when you have that kind of control, it's awesome. As in, it's a much safer road for everybody, because you're sharing the road with people. So if there's a drunk driver or whatever it is, you know, you're kind of protected from that. So that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you like my point of view or not. We read every single comment. We much appreciate you writing to us. And I'll catch you in the next one. Rider 19-1 out.